Get ready for the morning rush.
A quick wrap of your news and weather. We'll begin with Kristen Curry.
We'll start with the next big weather maker. It doesn't arrive until Wednesday, so today we're just dealing with a little bit of recycled moisture, allowing some storms to develop out of the northern mountains and the higher terrain of west central New Mexico. Albuquerque, I'm hoping for an isolated storm, but it's not going to be much. Crystal?
And as you get ready to head out the door, we're following the day's top local stories. We start with Sarah Yingling.
Remembering a fallen hero. In just hours, first responders from Albuquerque to Las Cruces will honor former Hatch police officer Jose Chavez with a somber motorcade. This after Officer Chavez was shot in the neck during a traffic stop on Friday. Two suspects, Jesse Haynes and James Nelson, are in custody. How you can show your support during today's escort coming up in the 5 Facts. Catherine?
Sarah, City Council is expected to formally ask administrators for revised art plans. The resolution outlines a list of requests. Councilors want to know exactly how the administration will fund the project and what it plans to do if there's a funding shortfall. City Council is also looking to learn the precise impact on parking spaces in the area and wants planners to meet with local businesses and property owners for more discussion. The meeting is here at 5 this evening. Adam?
Also tonight, the Bernalillo County Detention Facility Oversight Board will meet at the City County building. The meeting will be a public one discussing video of a recent incident in MDC, but officials haven't said which one they're going to discuss. The meeting comes after lapel video showing Susie Chavez at the Bernalillo County Jail back in September. That video has sparked an investigation.
On to new news this morning. A silver alert has been issued for a Santa Fe man who police say could be in danger if he is not found. 82-year-old Lorenzo J. Garcia was last seen on Johnson Road near I-25, just right outside of Santa Fe. Police say Garcia suffers from dementia and walks with a shuffle. He is a Hispanic man with gray hair and brown eyes. Garcia was last seen wearing brown pants and a khaki-colored sweater. If you know where he is, call police.
Happening today, Vice President Joe Biden will campaign with Hillary Clinton in the battleground state of Pennsylvania. Meanwhile, Donald Trump is scheduled to give a speech on terrorism at Youngstown State University in Ohio.
On to developing news. A state of emergency now declared for parts of Louisiana after historic flooding over the weekend. The death toll stands at 5 now. More than 20,000 people were rescued from floodwaters. It's not over yet. More rivers and creeks are expected to overflow in the coming days.
Happening now, police in New York are looking for the person who they say killed a Muslim cleric and his assistant as they left a mosque last week. The 55-year-old imam and his 64-year-old friend and assistant were shot as they walked together in Queens. Investigators say the suspect walked away with no apparent urgency and no one to stop him. While police don't have a motive yet, some are calling the killings a hate crime.
This morning, several people are facing charges after being arrested overnight in protests sparked by the death of 23-year-old Sylville Smith. Police say Smith and another person ran after being pulled over during a traffic stop. Police say Smith ignored orders to put down his gun during the protest. An 18-year-old man was shot and seriously hurt. An officer was also hurt.
Police in New York are investigating after reports of shots being fired at an airport turned out to be false. Hundreds of passengers were evacuated from a terminal at around 8:30 last night after reports of gunfire at the JFK airport. In a statement, the Port Authority says a preliminary investigation has found that there was no evidence that shots were actually fired.
Our Metro Threat Index down to a 1 for today. I'm not seeing anything significant. If we do get a storm in here, it's just going to drop a little bit of rain and kick up the wind. So nothing immediate to worry about, although do expect that Metro Threat Index to climb as the days go on. Crystal?
Alert here. You'll want to avoid Yale just off of Central this weekend because the road is closed. It will stay that way until Tuesday evening. The Water Authority is moving water lines ahead of construction on the Albuquerque Rapid Transit bus line. Yale is open, though, south of Gold. For information on the lane closures, go to our KRQE News app.
Let's get a look at what else may affect your morning drive this morning. There is some road construction at 12th Street Northwest at Manal this morning. The road is reduced to 1 lane. So again, 12th Street at Manal, watch for that. There's also construction Central Avenue between University and Yale with the 2 right lanes closed. We'll keep you posted on any other tie-ups this morning on air and on the KRQE News app.
City crews will be busy cleaning up Paradise Skies Park in Albuquerque after it was struck by vandals. It's not clear when the park was hit, but when we got there, kids were still playing on the equipment. Most of the graffiti was targeted at the kids who play there. No word yet on how long it will take to clean up or how much it will cost. It's not clear if any arrests have been made just yet.
On to this, Santa Fe art attraction Meow Wolf is back open this morning after police say they evacuated the building when several threatening notes were found. Santa Fe police tell us the content of the notes was unclear, so was whether they were genuine threats. But they say one of yesterday's notes referenced a bomb, so officials cleared the building. They say they found nothing suspicious.
This morning, there's a new life to a nearly 200-year-old church in a small New Mexico village thanks to donations. Yesterday, was the first Mass at St. Anthony Church in Questa after the community spent 41,000 hours and about $1 million to rebuild the torn down church. Now community members say they hope this is a new start of a new tradition. As part of the restoration efforts, they made sure it now has a foundation it did not have for 170 years.
It's really nice.
All right, time now for the 5 facts.
We'll begin at number 5 this morning. The city is crediting the construction of courts for a senior-friendly sport for luring the 2019 National Senior Olympics to Albuquerque. We're talking about pickleball. It's quickly growing in popularity, so the city built 18 courts for pickleball and other sports like ping pong. The courts are expected to be ready in the spring, and again, they're expecting to have thousands of people in Albuquerque for the senior games coming up in a few years.
And you mentioned you don't run as much as you do in tennis.
No, there isn't as much. It is a great workout, trust me, but there isn't as much moving around. It's not as difficult as tennis.
So that's my kind of sport.
Same idea.
Yeah.
Number 4 now, Libertarian presidential candidate Gary Johnson is expected to hold a rally this weekend. It's scheduled for 2 p.m. at the convention center on Saturday. He's still working to get 15% in the polls to participate in the presidential debates. You might remember he was scheduled last week to have a rally here. That was canceled due to logistical issues.
At number 3, warmer to start the week as we climb back into the upper 80s. A lot of sunshine expected across Rio Grande Valley today. Storm chances will be favored up to the north and west of the higher terrain, but I do think rain chances will pick up as the days go on.
On to number 2, city crews will continue cleaning up a Northwest Albuquerque park this morning. This after vandals struck spray painting profanity on playground equipment at the Paradise Skies Park. Most of the graffiti was targeted at the kids who play there. It's something the kids say they felt was personal. It's not clear how long it's going to take to clean up or the cost.
Number 1 now, in just hours, the body of fallen Hatch police officer Jose Chavez will be escorted to his hometown of Las Cruces. The motorcade will travel along I-25 starting in Albuquerque around 2 o'clock this afternoon. It will end in Las Cruces around 5 this evening. Those looking to participate are asked to pull over on the right shoulder and stay there until the motorcade passes. Officials are also asking those for you not to stop in medians or on bridges and overpasses to view the procession for safety precautions. If you want more details on the escort, go to our website, krqe.com. Click under links, and our thoughts and prayers go out to his family and friends this morning.
Absolutely. A last check on that 7-day forecast. We do look to see better rain chances through midweek. Temperatures will pretty much stay in the upper 80s, although with the backdoor cold front moving in late this week and into the weekend, we'll have even better rain chances and a slight cool down as we approach Saturday. Do know those overnight lows will pretty much stay in the low to mid 60s for the next 6 to 7 nights.
We have a lot more coming up on KRQE this morning after the break on Fox New Mexico, so join us for that. We'll help you get your Monday morning off to a good start.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about this. Pretty interesting. Life-threatening food allergies. They're pretty scary, right?
Bet.
They're real, they're scary. One local group is raising awareness. We're going to be talking with them later on in our 7 o'clock hour. You don't want to miss that.
We'll also be in the kitchen with the Mac and Cheese Fest.
Ah.
It's coming up close, so stay with us.
Some people's favorite annual event. We'll see you on the other side right after this break.